What? So it just happened? Cowboys Nation, buckle up because today's episode is absolutely insane. Social media is on fire, fans are going wild, and rumors are swirling around like a Texas tornado. I'm talking about what could be one of the boldest, most jaw dropping, head turning moves of the entire NFL offseason. Yes, I'm talking about the whispers, the speculation, the absolute chaos over whether the Dallas Cowboys have actually made a move to trade for five-time Pro Bowl running back Alvin Kamara. Let me tell you something. This rumor has spread like wildfire. One second we were all breaking down training camp depth charts. The next second we've got YouTubers, Twitter insiders, fan pages, and even some major outlets buzzing with headlines like Kamara to the Cowboys, Blockbuster, trade in the works, and Jerry Jones makes a power move. And listen, I know this is the internet. I know how rumors spread. But when the name Alvin Kamara is connected to the Dallas Cowboys, it sends shockwaves not just through Cowboys Nation, but across the entire NFL landscape. We're not talking about some backup running back or fringe depth piece. We're talking about a proven dynamic offensive weapon who has racked up over 9,000 total yards in his career, scored 73 total touchdowns, and has routinely embarrassed defenses with his electric burst, shifty footwork, and elite level hands as a pass catching back. Kamara is not just a player, he's a game changer. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this real? Is it even possible? And more importantly, what would this mean for the Cowboys going into the 2025 season? So let's take a step back and really unpack this. The rumor started when a few insider-style YouTube channels and fan accounts began posting cryptic tweets and videos showing Kamara in Cowboys-themed edits, wearing the star, doing warm-ups in navy and silver, that kind of stuff. Most people dismissed it at first as typical off-season fan fiction, but then it escalated. More accounts started sharing the same thing. Some claim the Cowboys had inquired about Kamara's availability. Others said a deal was in the works. It even got to the point where Kamara himself had to respond publicly, shutting down the idea and saying he hadn't asked for a trade and hadn't been contacted by Dallas. They know it, but here's the thing. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it won't. In today's NFL, teams play things close to the vest. Behind the scenes conversations happen all the time, and sometimes by the time we hear about them, the wheels have already been turning for weeks. So when Cowboys fans heard this rumor, the reaction was immediate. Some fans were ecstatic. Finally, a true dual threat running back to pair with Dak Prescott. Others were skeptical. How could the Cowboys afford him? Why bring in a 29-year-old back when the team just started building a younger core? But make no mistake, this kind of rumor doesn't catch fire unless there's some reason to believe it could happen. Think about it. Tony Pollard is no longer on the roster. Rico Dowdle is unproven as a lead back, and Deuce Vaughn, while promising, is still a developmental piece. The Cowboys have long been known for their run game identity. Emmitt Smith, DeMarco Murray, Ezekiel Elliott, and right now there's a noticeable lack of elite level firepower in that backfield. Enter Kamara. If Dallas were to make this move, it wouldn't just be a splash, it'd be a tsunami, and the potential fit intriguing to say the least. Kamara is at his best when he's operating in space, screens, dump-offs, stretch plays, angle routes out of the backfield. He'd be a nightmare matchup in Mike McCarthy's new-look West Coast offense, especially with the Cowboys already boasting weapons like CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks. Defensive coordinators would be forced to pick their poison. Double Lamb and Kamara burns you underneath. stack the box. Dak has proven he can sling it downfield. But there's more to consider than just scheme fit. What would it cost? Kamara isn't cheap. He's due nearly $11 million this year and more beyond that. If no restructuring is done, Dallas would have to work some serious cap magic to make this happen, likely offloading another contract, extending someone like Lamb or Micah Parsons early to create room, or asking the Saints to eat a chunk of Kamara's salary in the trade. That's not even touching draft capital. New Orleans wouldn't give up Kamara for nothing. We're talking at least a third rounder, maybe more if bidding heats up. Would Jerry do it? Absolutely. This is the same guy who drafted Ezekiel Elliott 4th overall and gave him a 6-year, $90 million extension. Jerry loves stars, Jerry loves headlines, and Jerry loves to win. Flashy. Now let's address the other side of this. Why would the Saints trade Kamara? And why now? Well, there are a few factors. Kamara is getting older and his cap hit is large. New Orleans has been in cap hell for years and is constantly restructuring deals just to stay afloat. If they believe they're heading into a rebuild or even just want to reset the offense around a younger group, trading Kamara might make sense, especially if they can get some value in return. They've already brought in young talent at wide receiver, and their QB situation remains uncertain. Trading Kamara could signal a shift in identity, from trying to squeeze one last playoff push out of an aging core to planning for the future. And if they're going to trade him, wouldn't it make sense to send him to an NFC contender like Dallas, someone they won't face until maybe the playoffs? Yeah, from the Cowboys side, this isn't just about filling a roster hole. It's about making a statement. The Eagles are reloading, the 49ers are still elite, and Detroit is hungry. Dallas needs a spark. Something to push them past the divisional round ceiling that's haunted them for nearly 3 decades. Kamara gives them that spark. He's experienced, he's battle-tested, and when healthy, he's one of the best all-around backs in the game. And let's not forget the intangible value, leadership, locker room presence, the mindset of someone who's been to the top and knows how to fight through adversity. That's the kind of veteran presence Dallas could use, especially in a locker room that's still growing into its championship identity. Imagine Dak with that kind of outlet. Imagine the pressure it takes off the passing game. Imagine the fan energy the first time Kamara breaks a 70-yard screen pass in AT&T Stadium. It's electric, just thinking about it. But not everyone's sold. Some fans say it's a waste of money. Some say it's another Ezekiel Elliott situation waiting to happen. Declining back past his prime, paid too much. That's fair. But it's also not entirely accurate. Kamara's usage has actually been relatively balanced. He hasn't taken as many hits as you might think, and his receiving skills extend his shelf life. He's not a pure bruiser. He's a finesse guy, someone who makes defenders miss without absorbing too much punishment. Like, with smart load management and a complementary backfield, Kamara could easily give you 2 or 3 more elite seasons. So, what's the truth? As of today, Kamara is still a Saint. There is no official trade. No blockbuster deal has been finalized, but the buzz won't go away because deep down, Cowboys fans know this is the kind of move that could shift the balance of power in the NFC. It's risky, it's dramatic, it's bold, and it's exactly the kind of thing we've come to expect from Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys. Whether it happens or not, the discussion alone reveals how close this team is to making a serious Super Bowl run. One piece, one spark, one fearless front office move? Could Alvin Kamara be that piece? Like, could he be the missing puzzle that finally gets Dak and this squad over the hump? I'll leave that up to you, Cowboys Nation. Let me know in the comments. Do you want to see Kamara in silver and blue? Or should Dallas stick to its young guns and build through the draft? Smash that like button if you're hyped about this possibility. Subscribe if you love bold takes and breaking news. And stay tuned because this offseason is just getting started. Whether it's a trade, a surprise signing, or an emerging rookie, we've got it all right here on the channel. Until next time, go Cowboys!